All right, let's talk about something really cool in the crypto world. What if you could earn those sweet staking rewards on your Ethereum, but without actually having to lock it away? Well, today we're going to break down a super clever innovation that does exactly that. Lido's Staked Ether, or as you'll see it everywhere, stETH.
So let's just get right to the big question, the central problem we're trying to solve here. You've got Ethereum, you want to put it to work, you want it to earn you more Ethereum, but the idea of locking it up where you literally can't touch it for who knows how long, yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. So how do you get around that?
And that question, it really gets to the very heart of the Ethereum staking problem. Before we can appreciate the solution, we've got to understand the challenges that pretty much every regular Ethereum holder was facing.
Okay, so what even is staking? On its own, it's a fantastic idea. You lock up your ETH to help secure the entire network, right? You're helping to process transactions, keep things honest, and for doing that, the network pays you rewards. You can kind of think of it like earning interest in a savings account, but instead of helping a bank, you're helping keep the whole blockchain safe.
But, and this is a big but, here's the catch with the old school way of doing things. Your funds are totally, completely locked. You can't touch them, you can't trade them, you can't use them. In a perfect world, you'd want the exact opposite, right? You'd want your funds to stay usable or liquid. But wait, that's not even the only problem.
The other major hurdle is this number, 32 Ether. That's the minimum you need to stake on your own to run what's called a validator node. Now, depending on when you're watching this, that could be a huge amount of money. For most people, that's just a massive barrier to entry, not to mention all the technical stuff you'd need to learn.
So you've got this double whammy. Your funds get locked up, and it costs a fortune to even get started. This is the exact situation that Lido was designed to fix, and it does it with a really elegant solution.
Lido's big idea is something called stETH. This token is the key to the whole thing. It's basically a liquid token that acts as a receipt, a stand-in for the ETH you've staked. And it's simple. For every 1 ETH you deposit into Lido, you get exactly 1 stETH back in your wallet. It's a one-to-one deal.
So how does this actually work in practice? Honestly, it's about as simple as it gets. Step 1, you deposit your ETH, any amount you want, into Lido's system. Step 2, you instantly get the same amount of stETH back. And Step 3, that's it. You just sit back and start earning rewards, which, by the way, show up daily as your stETH balance just grows.
This is absolutely the best way to wrap your head around it. That stETH you're holding, it's just a claim check. It's like you dropped your car off with a valet who's going to go make you money with it. You hold the ticket, the claim check, and you're free to sell that ticket, trade it, use it however you want, all while your original ETH is off in the background earning you those rewards.
So you've got this claim check. Okay, but why does this actually matter to you? Why is having this liquid token such a game changer?
Well, the real power is how all these benefits stack up. First, you get to earn those staking rewards with zero technical headaches. Second, and this is huge, there's no lockup. You can sell your stETH on the open market anytime you want. And third, you can take that stETH and put it to work in the wild world of decentralized finance. You can lend it, borrow against it, and earn even more yield on top of your staking rewards. The bottom line is, your capital is never frozen.
Yeah, this quote from our source material just nails it. It really is the best of both worlds. You're earning passive income from staking, but you're also keeping the financial freedom and flexibility of having a liquid asset you can use.
Okay, this all sounds pretty fantastic, right? But you know the drill in crypto. With any financial tool this powerful, we absolutely have to talk about the risks. So let's take a serious look at the fine print.
First up, and this is a big one for pretty much anything in DeFi, is smart contract risk. Lido runs on code, and while that code is heavily audited and battle-tested, no code is ever 100% perfect. There's always a risk, however small, of a bug or a hack that could put the funds in the protocol in danger.
Second, there's price risk. Now this one's a little tricky, but it's super important. Even though 1 stETH can always eventually be redeemed for 1 ETH, its price on the open market can fluctuate. Because people are buying and selling it all the time, its price can sometimes dip a little below the price of ETH, especially during crazy volatile market times.
Next is a concern that you hear a lot within the Ethereum community, and it's a very valid one: centralization. Lido has become so popular, so successful, that it controls a huge chunk of all the ETH being staked. We're talking close to a third at times. And having that much influence concentrated in one single protocol, well, that makes some people understandably nervous.
And finally, there's the big one that hangs over all of crypto: regulatory uncertainty. The rules for this stuff are still being written. Governments around the world are trying to figure out how to handle liquid staking services,
and that landscape could definitely change in the future.
Okay, so we've looked at the good and we've looked at the potential bad. With all that in mind, let's just zoom out for a second. What does all of this whole invention of liquid staking, mean for the bigger picture, for the health of the entire Ethereum network?
I mean, the impact is just massive. If you think of traditional staking having this huge wall around it, that 32 ETH minimum, while liquid staking services like Lido basically just show up with a wrecking ball. They tear that wall down and make it incredibly easy for almost anyone to get involved.
And this is why it really matters for everyone. The more people who are staking their ETH, the more secure and decentralized the network becomes. So by making it easy, convenient, and accessible, liquid staking is actually playing a vital role in strengthening the very foundation of Ethereum itself. So we're left with this fascinating, critical question. On one hand, liquid staking solves a huge problem by getting more people to participate, which boosts network security. But on the other hand, does the wild success of a single platform like Lido create a brand new problem? Centralization? That's the core tension, and it's one of the key debates that's shaping the entire future of Ethereum. Thanks for tuning in.